Thanks so much for tuning in today. So I'm starting this new series on my channel that I'm going to be doing probably, I'm going to try to do it once a week or at least every other week. And I was actually requested to do a series like this by a really good friend of mine. And so I thought it was a really great idea because I really believe in the idea of affordable, great quality makeup, and that you don't have to spend a lot of money to find really good makeup products. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my high-end, makeup goodies that I get at Sephora. I love Urban Decay, I love MAC, I love Lancome. I love all kinds of makeup, including affordable and high-end. But it's not like everybody can go to Sephora and spend hundreds of dollars on makeup. So I thought this was a really awesome idea for a series, and I'm calling it Budget Beauty. And basically it's going to be reviews of products that are budget friendly. I'm talking about Dollar Tree makeup, things I get at CVS, Walmart, grocery store, beauty aisle type makeup. Things that your average woman can afford. Pretty much any woman can afford. So I thought it was a great idea, and I'm going to be doing probably product reviews, maybe even a few makeup looks, because you guys have been requesting down in the comments and things to see some more makeup like tutorials. Now I don't want to make it a habit of doing like only makeup tutorials, because I really like my hauls, I like my vlogging, I like my Real Talk series videos as well. So you're not going to be seeing only makeup tutorials, but I do think this Budget Beauty series is a great idea. And I am starting off today by doing the first in this series, and I'm reviewing the Wet n Wild Coverall Cream Foundation for you guys. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I posted a picture of this a few days ago, and I said that I picked it up at my local CVS kind of on a whim, because I had ran out of foundation and I was looking to try something, something that I hadn't already tried. And actually I've never tried the foundation from the Wet n Wild brand, so I was like, because a long time ago I actually tried one of the foundations from the New York Colors line, and it broke me out really bad, like it was so oily, so bad. Now, their foundations might have gotten better since then. I just have always kind of stayed away from that brand's foundations. I love their eye makeup, I love their lip colors, but I just do not like their foundations. And so I was a little bit leery about trying the Wet n Wild brand Coverall Cream Foundation. But I did pick it up at CVS. It was $3.99, and the color that I picked up is actually the 816 Fair Light, and you can see it's not really that light. There was only one color below this, and it was the Ivory, I believe, and that one was definitely a little too light for me. I usually wear like probably a light medium type of shade, something not really ivory but not tan either, kind of like a very light beige color. And so for me, getting the Fair Light color actually seemed a little bit off. I was like, well, the medium's way too dark for me, and the light was too dark for me, and the Fair Light was the one that seemed about closest to my shade. So it's the one I picked up, and I tried it out. I put it on today. I'm actually wearing it now as we speak. I used it today in my makeup routine. I also used it the other day in my makeup routine, and I am really pleasantly surprised with it. So let me tell you guys a little bit more about the product. First of all, you'll notice that by the coloring, it looks very similar to like the Revlon Color Stay line. They, also kind of have like the black, bars on the top and bottom with the name of the product on it. So it really reminded me of the Revlon Color Stay line. On the packaging, it says all day wear, medium to full coverage, lightweight satin matte finish, and it has Visibrite Complex to reduce the appearance of wrinkles and rejuvenate skin. So here's my thoughts on this. This is a really nice, rich foundation. It's very rich. It's not overly watery. Some foundations are very watery. This is kind of more of a creamy texture, just like it states. It is rich, and it definitely does have a medium to full coverage. I don't think I would say full quite as much as medium, and I actually prefer a medium coverage. If you're looking for something for like a really big event, this may or may not be it. I think this is kind of more appropriate for like a date night, a night out with friends, just your average occasion for wearing makeup. If you're looking for something that's going to hide every single imperfection on your face, this probably isn't going to be it. However, it really did a very nice job covering my under eye circles. It covered up some of the blemishes that I've been having because I've been breaking out like here along my jawline, and it covered up that pretty nicely. And it definitely does have a medium coverage, which I really like. That's actually the kind of coverage I was looking for. And all day wear, I would definitely say I agree with that. Yesterday I put it on probably like 5 o'clock-ish, and about midnight when I went to bed, it was still pretty much intact. I didn't notice that it had come off very much. And what I really like about this actually is it seems like it really doesn't come off on like clothing or anything. So like if you're rubbing up against you know, your man or something, it's not going to come off on his shirt. It didn't seem like it came off. It seemed like it stayed put really nicely, and I really like that. It is definitely a more of a matte finish. It's not a greasy texture at all. I really dislike greasy foundations and oily foundations because I like something that's going to give a little bit of moisture, but I have kind of oily combination skin to begin with, and I don't want anything overly greasy. So this was right up my alley. It definitely kind of had a matte finish, but what I really liked about it was, unlike some other foundations that when you put them on and they dry matte, they dry kind of dry and flaky and just kind of make you look like you have dry skin really bad. This foundation did not do that. My skin still looked like I had moisturized it, and it seemed like it was kind of moisturizing, like it was a moisturizing foundation, but it was not greasy at all. And when it dries in a very nice kind of almost powdery finish, which I really liked. And it doesn't make me look like I have dry, peeling, flaky skin or anything, which was really nice as well. It doesn't really have much of a fragrance, which is nice. I don't like foundations that have a lot of a fragrance. It is $3.99, which is a really good price for a foundation, especially for one of this coverage, which is nice. And I have sensitive skin on my face, and so far I've been using it. I have not experienced any kind of itchiness, redness, acne, you know, pimples, nothing coming up from using this foundation, which is really nice. So that makes me think that they've really improved their formulas and that it's definitely worth the price, and it just really looks good. I just really like the way that it makes my face look. It's like it gives me that nice matte finish, but it still looks moisturized. It evens out my skin tone. It hides my imperfections. It's got just the right amount of coverage, and I really like it. I am very satisfied with this, and I would definitely repurchase it. To go into the negatives about this product, there really isn't a whole lot. The only thing is, when I first bought this and I first opened it, and you have to peel off this little like silver foil that's over there on the top, which is nice that it keeps it nice and sanitary in there. When I peeled that off, it's like they had jam-packed this thing with stuff, and it just started to come out of the end of the tube, and I wasn't even pressing it. So that was a little bit just kind of like a big hassle because I had to kind of clean it up a bit. But I mean, I'm glad they stuffed so much product in there. It just kind of was like a little too much, and it just started to come out. Probably the only other thing I would really have to say, I mean, there really isn't a whole lot. That's probably the biggest thing. The way they have their colors labeled really makes absolutely no sense. This is the fair light. This is definitely not a fair shade. Someone with fair skin would not be able to wear a shade like this. This is more of a like light beige color. The ivory was very light. It was definitely more of, you know, your ivory shade, so that one kind of made sense. This is definitely not a fair light color. I don't know anyone with fair skin that would wear a shade this dark. The light to medium was like a very dark tan color, which is what I would usually wear, so that didn't really make a lot of sense. I didn't really pay too much attention to the darker colors, but I know the absolute darkest color was pretty dark. It was pretty dark. It seemed like the ivory was right on point, and then they just got into colors that were just not properly labeled and too dark for what they're labeling it. So I think that to improve it, they could definitely make more shades that would be closer to people's skin tones, because there's probably somebody that's in between the ivory and this shade that's actually like a fair shade, somebody that has just a little bit of color but still nice pale skin, and this would be too dark for them. The ivory might be too light for them. So if they had kind of more shades to choose from, that would be really nice. But other than that, that's about the only thing I can really think of. I just like the coverage. I like the finish. I like that it's not greasy or oily, and it just really gives a nice coverage, and it just looks good. I like it a lot. It's natural looking. It's not cakey like some foundations are. So highly recommend it. If you guys see this in your local CVS, grocery stores, they may even carry these at Dollar Tree. I have not seen them there, but for $3.99, that's still very affordable and just really worth it. I really like it. And actually, some of my good YouTube friends who were commenting on my picture that I posted of this on my Instagram page also were agreeing that they really liked this foundation. So it's definitely a pretty well liked line of foundations from Wet n Wild. So I hope you guys will check it out. Be sure to purchase this product and give it a try. It's really worth it. And I will be doing more budget beauty videos. If you guys have a request for one that you would like to see, or some requests for other videos you'd like to see, leave them down below. I will also be trying to do a Dollar Tree haul this weekend. I'm going to try so hard to do one this weekend. I have not had a chance to because of my whole externship situation, but I'm definitely going to try to, and I will be having more videos coming up, including more budget beauty videos. So if you guys like these, give them a thumbs up, and if you've tried out this product, let me know what you think about it down below. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.